Welcome for the 9th time to the Temple of the Lava Bears.
Yay!
Ooh, it's Matt. Ooh.
Hi.
How's it going?
Spooky Matt.
Going well.
You came in from Vancouver.
I did.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Welcome
We
to the
missed you, Matt.
club. Did we ever play in the same campaign in high school even?
No.
No,
I
he
remember.
didn't play in high school.
Have we ever played D&D together?
Yes.
When?
We played the Haunted Halls of Evening Star in Matt's basement for a brief period of time.
Oh, that was the one I was DMing.
Oh, no, sorry, not the Haunted. Sorry, it was the Sunlit. We played the Sunless Citadel for a little while.
Oh,
in
we
Matt's
did.
basement.
Yeah.
I
in,
remember that.
in either in high school or just after high school.
I think probably just after high school.
Yeah.
Matt's basement could be called the Sunless Citadel in some ways.
Fairly accurate description.
And then Matt, were you involved in the Pathfinder campaign that I ran
Yes.
briefly right after it came out?
Yeah, when we ran it in the moon base.
And there were like 9 people in the party, and it
Yeah.
just got super unwieldy.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
I was a gnomish paladin, as we recall.
Right.
Right.
I hit
remember
things.
that now.
So, Paul, have you played with Matt before?
Well, I guess I was in that campaign. Is that the campaign that I was in too?
The
No.
Pathfinder one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
right
were
out.
in that.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So I guess I was in that one as well. Although I don't really remember it that well.
I don't remember that well either.
There were like 4 sessions, and
Was this the one Dale played in?
yeah, and he always
Okay.
fought Cider. That's why you
That's why I
probably
don't remember it very well.
Yeah.
Dale's character was he was a cleric and his god was drunk a lot, so Dale in character would bring Strongbow cider and was like very liberal with handing it out to people. So
Well, it was
Yeah.
like, I'm doing a healing burst. Everybody drink.
it's
Yeah.
like okie dokie then. Best campaign ever.
I'm going to play more D&D with Dale.
Yeah,
But this is the first time Matt and I have played together,
that's
It
true.
is.
so that's
true.
exciting.
So yes, welcome to this is the 3rd session of the Temple of the Lava Bears.
Sweet.
Brought to you as always by this T-shirt that I'm wearing because they sent us some.
particular shirt.
They sent us some T-shirts, and I thought, heck, I'll wear that. And it's our friends at WormwoodGaming.com for providing us with all of these lovely dice vaults and rolling trays and towers and such, which you too can purchase. And I keep forgetting to have the deck box ready next episode. Yes, if you use the product code LoadingReadyRun, you'll get...
Hey folks, DM Jer here, cutting Graham off to let you know that the deal has changed in the couple weeks since we recorded this episode. Now, if you use the code LoadingReadyRun on the brand new Wormwood Gaming website, you will get free domestic shipping or $10 off any international order. Also, you should stay tuned to the Loading Ready Run Twitter or Facebook feeds because we're going to be giving away some sweet Wormwood swag in association with them, so that's going to be pretty cool. Until then, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Is that so?
Yes,
15%
indeed.
off. And you-
And
and
you
this
can-
is
you get to
some-
like pick your wood and pick your, like this is like suede, this one's leather.
Wood.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
real nice.
I'm having my first experience with a wormwood box at the moment.
We've received some feedback on Twitter already from people who have already made some purchases, and we're very very pleased with the results.
I'm
So-
feeling I'm feeling like I will probably before we are done this
yeah.
operation.
Well, I mean, the code tells Wormwood that you are coming from us, which is great. But also, if you want to, tell us on Twitter and that kind of stuff, we're always interested to see what kind of impact it has. So please let us know.
Yeah. And when we're recording the 4th episode has just gone live, so you currently for us, you don't know any of the stuff that happened in the 2nd session, so it's all very, very weird and time warpy for us. But that was for us. That was about 2 weeks ago. So
Right.
where are we currently?
Okay, so over the last couple of sessions, you guys have infiltrated not you.
Clearly.
You guys have infiltrated a volcano.
Yep.
Where there were some people going missing. And also there were earthquakes and things happening, and no one's really sure what was causing that, but it seems pretty scary. So you infiltrated the volcano, and you found a temple in there. Hey,
All
imagine.
right.
Because we've got an adventure that talks about a temple. And so...
This was a different temple, though. It wasn't even the Temple of the Lava Bears.
There was a statue. There have been at least a couple statues of bears.
There was a
thus
relief,
far.
too, of
Yep.
bears.
You get that happening sometimes with campaigns, though. It's like the dragon of the Underdark, and it's like you go to the Underdark and you see, is it a dragon? No. Okay. It will be though, right? Yes, of course it will be. It says it's a picture of it on the front of the. Just shut up. Wait.
Yeah. Just stop watching the trailers. If you hadn't watched the trailer, you wouldn't have been expecting it, and then you
Exactly.
wouldn't have had this awkward conversation.
Yeah.
So you went into the temple, and you discovered, long story short, that there was a cult in there. Potentially not the cult that would have been associated with this temple in the first place. Potentially a
Squatters cult.
a squatting cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had this whole plan to summon a demon because they were trying to get into the second level of the temple, and they couldn't figure out how. And you sort of foiled their plans. You killed all of them, and
I feel really bad about that, by the way.
That wasn't
Yeah.
very
My,
nice.
my character does not.
Broadly
Although he does
speaking,
feel bad that we didn't get to loot the body of the priest.
That would foil a plan or two, yes.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty definitive way of foiling the plan.
Well, being dunked into lava.
Yeah. It works much better than the, like, we'll take you back to prison now.
yeah, there are multiple ways to solve problems, and that is certainly one of them. So you also freed some kobolds and sent them on their way,
Yep.
who had been captured, and then you spent a bunch of time just sort of exploring the lay of the land. And
One of whom
figuring
was
out,
not a kobold. Or wait, none of them were kobolds.
yes,
They're like dragonling kobolds.
there was one of them.
Sorry, what?
The leader of the kobolds was a half dragon kobold.
yeah.
Oh, I thought all of the dragons.
had little
I
wings.
thought all of the kobolds were.
Nice.
They were
of that
descended
special
from
type.
dragons.
But he was
Right.
he had
was,
the
but only
he got the
occasionally
recessive
present-
gene.
Yeah.
Right, only occasionally it sort of presented itself.
Right. So you guys sent them on their way, and you spent some time exploring the temple grounds and figuring out exactly what was going on there. And then you found this didgeridoo.
Yeah, we went to real quick, we went to one room that had a puzzle in it that we could not solve.
Yes.
And we went to a different room that had enemies in it that we could not kill.
Yes.
So we left both of those rooms in disgust.
And then we found a room full of lava.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, that was stairs, actually, wasn't it?
we found a door that was obviously holding back a ton of lava.
Yeah, but then we
So
opened it.
And
Then we
spent
spent
way
like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to open it without
spent
dying.
way too long opening this door.
I
I
feel
felt accomplished, though.
I feel like 20 minutes thinking about how to open the door so the lava doesn't hit you in the face. It's not totally out
I know.
of the
No,
realm of
I
possibility.
just mean rather than like, well, there's a bunch of lava behind that door. I guess we don't need to go in there. I was on side. I am complicit. Don't worry.
So then you found a didgeridoo.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Made of obsidian.
It was made of some sort of black rock.
Right.
It mirrored the funnel in which we came down into this temple.
And after some playing around with the didgeridoo, you discovered that it summoned a huge red dragon turtle.
That lives in the lava lake.
Yes,
Who we named Donovan.
who you named Donovan, and is probably thousands of years old.
Yep.
And probably
And-
doesn't give one shit that we named him Donovan.
No.
Also likely true. The dragon turtle had like hooks and stuff bored into its shell, which you realized could be used to rig it up as a transportation device. And so you have been riding the dragon turtle down away from the temple, downstream to somewhere else. Now, after a combat, though, I think you were all feeling pretty low on resources.
Yes.
And so the idea had been floated
Womp womp.
to head back somewhere and sleep. So why don't we pick up there with you guys heading back?
And luckily Donovan's already been turned around because we were trying
Correct.
to back him up to
save basically everybody.
Yeah.
everybody who was trapped by the roper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirg of the Spade is still piloting Donovan at this point. Correct.
Right, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. The
So, Jerry, you'll be playing Dirk of the Spade.
Well, I'm going to be abstracting Dirk of the Spade because I don't feel like I could really bring the fullness of what Alex was giving.
The inherent dirgness of
Yes.
Dirk the
I-
Spade.
So, but Dirk is happy to take you back to the room that you originally entered in. So, taking you right back to square one of the first room that you arrived in the temple in.
which was the big sort of lava bowl.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Meanwhile, the turtle is just like,
All right.
go this way, go that way. Okay.
Yeah.
And after you get back there, assuming that you dismount the turtle and whatnot, he will like hang around and look at you for a little while, and then just go back
And
into
just
back
shake
into
his
magma.
head sadly.
Luckily, we know how to get him back.
It's true.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, it'll be a short
It's
game.
It's a one-use
didgeridoo.
didgeridoo, yeah. Awkward. Then we have to forge a new one if we want to get him back. Ugh.
8 years later.
It's a whole mess.
Yeah.
So Dirk is going to go off. He's going to try and track down your kobold friends.
Okay.
Because he realizes that he didn't get all his equipment back, and he thinks that maybe they ran off with it.
They were sort of
What jerks.
yeah.
They were sort of messing with
they
him
were kind of messing with Durg. Yeah.
a little bit.
I feel like him and the kobolds will be on an intellectually even plane, though, so it's okay.
Yes, this is fair.
Dirk was not smirt.
So tell me about how you want to engage in this long rest that you've been talking about.
Well, there's a fuck ton of elves in this party, so I feel that we can just take shifts.
So we're like right now, if we're just getting off the turtle, we're on this like sort of 20 by 20 obsidian platform.
Yeah, with
Out
nice,
in- out
nice
in the
square edges, no handrails or anything like that. Just tell me where you want to put the bedrolls, and we'll.
We're not gonna
Corner, right on
Not
the
here.
edge.
Middle of
Not
cold-
here.
Right.
What about the room with all the bunks in it or something like that?
Yep, there's definitely
Yeah,
a couple
I mean,
of sort
there's lots of like little offshoot rooms.
Yep.
On the way, and theoretically, this area is cleared out.
Fairly cleared out of evil, bad dudes.
Yeah, I mean, and the two ways into this area are either
Down the lava tube.
down the lava tube, in which case they have to go through this door,
Right.
or I mean, there's like out into the city, but the kobolds went that way,
Yeah.
and that's all abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, and there's the steps that are covered in lava. So like, I feel like we're pretty covered on most of the different fronts.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if we go into one of the bedrooms and we have a week, because like elves only need to sleep 4 hours or trance 4 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
So we can just like take shifts.
Just chill out, listen to some trance music.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Thok, you're a half orc, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long do you need to sleep?
As much as possible, I'm sure.
12 hours. No, I've got no special sleep.
Okay, so
skills.
like it's 8 hours full
Yeah.
rest. Okay.
It's
Regular.
like a big body that he's got to take care of,
That's
right?
true.
Like, definitely needs as much sleep as he can get.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk, sleep.
Well, let's get this rest out of the way so we can
Okay.
summon Donovan
Wait,
again.
Graham, can you make the Final Fantasy VII waking up again noise?
Oh God, the little music bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming you wake up successfully, which it's
haven't
D&D.
yet. Yeah.
So I don't yet know that we're
I'm
doing
supposed
that.
to roll like a bunch of percentile dice, is I think how that works.
So, okay,
so,
so
yeah.
I guess we should do like a shift rotation.
Sure,
probably.
yeah.
I'll take the first awakeness shift because I'm an elf, so I'll transfer the last 4 hours.
Okay. I'll go second.
So wait.
I will go third.
Elf, half elf,
Yes.
elf.
Elf.
Do you have the trance thing as a half elf? So
don't
to be clear,
believe so.
in 5th edition, elves have this thing where they don't need to like rest explicitly, like they don't sleep, but they do sort of go into like a healing trance, I guess,
It's-
a rejuvenating
This
trance.
has been in D&D for basically forever.
Basically,
for
yeah.
us.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
You get to,
in case anyone's not up to speed on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if he's a half
No.
elf, you take the
Doesn't look
first
like
shift.
it.
I'll take the second one. So I'll
Okay.
sleep first and then you sleep.
Okay.
It looks like I need to sleep like a normal person.
Lame.
Okay. So, sure.
So Durg F's off, and Lucian and Thok
Yeah, can sleep, and the two
Sleep.
of you can be on watch. And
Veus is asleep,
Yes.
and I'm awake.
okay.
I imagine Thok's doing the thing where like the sheet, and it's just like inflating and deflating as he's snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, who has to share a room with Thok? You get bad sleep.
And at some point, it sounds like we're pretty sure he inhaled his entire bedroll. There's like a, and then nothing, and we're like, he's dead. He's dead now.
You guys just slowly like push his bed into the other room. Close the door.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to give you a little bit of information,
Okay.
and then I want to make it clear that anything that you say in character about stuff, motivations and things, is true.
Okay.
So this is what you know. There is a village at the base of this volcano called Swassen.
Okay.
It is one.
He just came from there.
It is one that your family has some influence in. I don't know what that influence is. You can decide exactly whether it's mercantile, whether there's some knight who lives nearby there who owes fealty to them or whatever. But it's some sort of minor subsidiary where your family has some power. So theoretically, you could travel there. They have been having problems recently where people from the village have been going missing. Maybe one of them was someone that you knew or that your family had as a business associate. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever you say is true.
Okay.
However, they've been having issues. Someone in the town was able to provide you with a magic item that is this ash cloak.
Ash cloak.
and that is made to allow people to function in volcano-like environments without just dying instantly.
Oh, that'll be handy.
Yeah, and
Volcanoes and volcano-like environments.
yes.
It's the magic equivalent of the little silver suits that people wear.
Right.
So you, so that's basically it. People have been kidnapped from there, and there have been all sorts of weird earthquakes, and definitely at some point in the ancient past, the volcano exploded and buried basically an entire civilization underneath it.
Okay.
So on your shift, I need you to make a perception check and you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Sorry, I make a stealth check?
No matter.
Perception. That's wisdom. Ugh.
D20, right?
Yep.
All right.
Ooh. 18.
Okay, so 15. and
Plus
then-
my modifier is plus 5. So,
Jesus, you have 20 wisdom?
Stealth is dexterity.
Stealth is dex, yeah. So 20.
Okay, so basically, here's how this rolls out. You have snuck into this temple in the middle of the volcano, and you found this area where there seemed to be some people camped out. Basically, you head in the front, and there's like a sort of antechamber where there's like blood on the ground, and it looks like there was some sort of fight. And then like you look in the door on your left, and there's a bunch of dead bodies in there. Maybe don't. Okay. And then there's another door, and you look in, peering in very carefully, and there's a bunch of sleeping people, and there's this one drow, dark elf, who appears to be on watch in there. So, yes.
All right, then.
Oh wait, you've got a light source, right? You would have to.
Do I?
Sure, you've got a torch
All right, I got a torch.
because you can't see in the dark.
So I can see him coming a mile away then.
Yeah. So it's like you peek in the door, and there's this dark elf, and you do it very quietly, but you've got a light source that totally gives you away. There's someone looking in your door.
Kill him.
So, in order to maintain stealthiness,
Sure.
because Veus is, of course, a stealthy kind of person, he is going to see this light kind of creeping down the hallway.
Well, it's sort of like the door that because
Yeah.
you went into one of the little barracks rooms, so the door opens, and you can see like a light source on the other side, but you can't quite distinctly
Okay.
see who.
All right,
who's
well, I
there.
throw like a blanket around me so he can't exactly see who I am or get a read on me, and I go, "Hello,
Hi.
what brings you here, my friend?"
Whatever you say is true.
I heard about some disappearances, and I'm just poking around, investigating.
What brings you to investigate these disappearances?
Well, my family has some connections in town, and I figured, I'd help them out.
Our party is also on this mission. Can I see what he looks like?
At this point, you've got sort of you've got dark vision, but there's sort of it's difficult because it's like a cracked door, and then there's a torch, and he might be kind of silhouetted by it. Make me a perception check.
Sure.
I guess the torch actually messes with your dark vision, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like 8. So no, not really.
Yeah, it's sort of like silhouetted, kind of.
Okay.
Definitely like human sized.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
around like 5 to 6 feet tall. I don't
right.
know how tall you actually are, but I assume it's in that
human
range.
size.
Step into the light. We've had, as you can see, an interesting time here, killing cultists and generally discovering some unsavory connections. And I would like to make sure you're not trying to stab me and my comrades as we rest.
And what reason do I have to believe that you're not the person responsible for the disappearances in this cave?
Dun dun dun.
Well, if I was responsible for the disappearances in this cave, do you think I would have greeted you with hello and maybe instead with a poison dagger?
That depends on whether you're trying to lull me into a false sense of security.
Well, I mean, I can.
Perception checks from the 3 of you who are sleeping.
Yeah.
You have a negative 10 to these checks.
Okay, well then I rolled a -1.
Ooh, perception is which one again?
Actually, sorry, just make them with disadvantage. That's
Oh.
easier.
Man.
8.
7. I rolled a 19 on the first
11.
Okay, 11. You start to stir. You definitely can hear something going on.
Okay.
I'm in the trance.
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah.
He speaks in tongues.
So you are, for all intents and purposes, like
Up, basically.
waking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Lucian, we have a visitor. He seems harmless, but he's a little suspicious.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm plenty harmful. Thank you.
How much? I
I'm
feel that I've got a much
plenty
better read on
harmful.
his character now. So, I am going to. I will stand up, but I'm still going to try to keep myself a little bit obscured from view, just in case, because I'm a cautious person, and say, so, what do you know about the disappearances?
Not much,
Well, I
to
can
be honest.
Well, I can tell you that there is a cult of demon worshippers here who were trying to kill the goddess who lived in this volcano because they somehow believed it would lift their curse. They had been afflicted with some sort of skin wasting disease. However, their leader did not have it, which makes me think he was exploiting these people. When we searched further, we found his belongings, but no clues about what he might be up to, except for the fact that he wanted to kill an ancient goddess who's pictured with flaming bears to somehow bring back his master. And he had a mask that had a long tongue that came out of it and was prehensile. Do you know anything about that?
So basically,
Sorry.
Make me an insight check.
Does any of that ring a bell?
just give all the
lost me at
information away.
so.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
So do you just make a durr noise?
Derp.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
You know what? It sounds
That
like
gives
you've
you a
got a
0, right? You've got a -1 on your intelligence.
I do, in
Yeah, so
fact,
you've got
yeah.
a 0, a total of 0.
Were you immediately zoned out?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
guys,
did.
do you guys have any milkshakes?
So
You know what? I'm going to step into the room. Just like keep your hands where I can see them.
There's kind of
I
more
don't
of
think
us.
I can actually see your hands at the moment.
There's a few more of us than there are of you. I don't think you're in any position to make demands.
At
So-
this point, the two of you are starting to like kind of come to.
All right, cool.
All
I
right.
mean, there's a light source coming into the room, and there's all this talking. And, yeah, yuck.
So what you're telling me is that you are from a local noble family, and you have come to investigate because business prospects have been affected because of the sacrifices?
Are you telling me you don't know who I am?
I am but a simple adventurer who has traveled to set the world right.
Just to be clear, now you can actually see each other. Maybe we should just do some quick character.
well, I still have a blanket.
Sure. Okay, so we'll do some quick character descriptions keeping in mind that Veas is wearing a blanket. Though you actually saw Veas put the blanket on. So, yeah.
I'm an elf.
You're an elf.
Yeah. Sorry, we just got these cool
We can like
character
scan
card
these,
art
like,
from
scan these or something.
They're pretty great,
Rose
I have to admit.
Rose Nightshade on
I'm
Twitter.
a little jealous of your cards.
Super cool looking. Yeah. I'm an elf ranger. I have like Hawkeye goggles. That's pretty sweet.
I see that.
I'm a half elf cleric.
And your name is, sorry? Graham?
Oh, sorry. I'm Adrian. Not that I'd be introducing myself yet, but so that you know.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So level cleric, half elf. My name is Lucian, which you should
Yeah,
recognize.
surprise.
Shut your face. And I was a rabbit for an hour. It was a good time.
All right.
I look back on it fondly.
Things were so much simpler then.
It was such a simple time.
Is like, is there grass in front of me? Nope. All right.
What about a carrot? Still no? God, this sucks.
My name is Veas. I am a drow sorcerer, and I have a blanket on my head. Or sort of like
Wrapped around
me,
you,
so,
yes.
like, you can see sort of like the eyes a little bit.
All right. I am Thok, a very large half orc, who is extremely protective of the people in his party, which you are currently not. So I feel like Thok like wakes up and like is about to throw a hand axe. Like, as soon as he wakes up, just like.
See, from a plot point of view, Veas is like, is this man a bounty hunter? Why is he after me?
Yeah.
Right?
You don't have to be a bounty hunter to be out to kill drow. That's just sort of
Yeah,
like...
exactly.
That's just sort of people.
Thok does sleep in full plate armor though.
Nice.
Yeah, has a big axe and uses it to axe people.
All right. So I'm a human. I'm a monk.
Human.
Yeah.
So not wearing armor.
So I'm not
Easy
wearing
target.
I'm
is
not
what you're
wearing
saying.
I'm not wearing any armor to speak of.
Nice.
And I am your typical sort of college footballer kind of build.
What's your
I
name?
am not nearly as spry as you might typically consider a monk to be.
You're more of like a Daniel Craig James Bond style.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Very much so, yes. More brute force than
elegance.
finesse and elegance, yeah.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
And yeah, I look like a human being.
Oh, wait, what's your character's name, by the way?
My character's name is Gerald Punchman III of Punchman and Punchman and Associates, but you may call me Chip.
Gerald
Alright.
Chip.
Like
Punchman
how handsome is
III.
your character?
Not as handsome as he thinks he is.
Is he? Does he?
What's your actual charisma score?
11.
11.
Oh, okay.
What's like? Do you look wealthy?
I was gonna say, so like, describe to me your clothing and also like the weapons and stuff that you have on you. Your clothing listing just says noble, like fancy noble's outfit. What is that?
A fancy noble's outfit. Oh, geez. Well, let's say I'm wearing monk garb, but it doesn't look very run down. It's obviously been very well kept, and it is made of fine cloth.
Maybe
Fine.
some nice embroidery.
More, yeah, with nice embroidering along the edges.
Well
Certainly
hemmed.
more fine than you would expect of somebody who has potentially taken
like-
like an oath of poverty.
So it's like they handed you, like, gave you the robe when you joined the monastery, and you're like, me wear that? No. I'll go get my tailor to make me something.
Yeah, that's probably fairly
You,
accurate.
you accidentally walk through the House of Flying Daggers en route to the adventure, and now it's just brocade everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Go with that.
So he looks rich and dumb.
Yes.
Veus is casting disguise self to change his gender while this is going on. When Veus takes off the hood, Veus is a very attractive female drow. And if anybody's just going to give him a little wink.
Still a drow, though.
Still drow, because he can't hide that because it's pretty obvious, but he's a female drow.
You can hide that, but it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Veus?
Don't worry about it.
You still look like you, just
Yes.
female you.
Just like I'm clearly now a lady, but he's not going to know that.
All right. This confuses Thok, but Thok is used to weird magic things happening.
I mean, he took the rabbit thing in stride pretty well.
Yeah, he's like,
I could have a curse for all you know.
I feel like, regardless of attractiveness, half orcs and elves probably.
Half elves and drow are not going to.
Yeah,
You keep saying half elk.
they're like a half orc probably doesn't. It's just like doesn't really even register as something that it's like whatever.
Yeah, now they got some squishier bits, but whatever.
All right, back to this dude.
So okay, so you've
I believe
taken-
I've just walked into the room.
Yeah.
Right, we're all waking up.
So bright. You change. Get rid of the torch. Ugh.
Oh,
So
right,
bright.
because we can all see.
And a torch messes up dark vision, I think.
Right.
Oh,
So-
you mean this?
Yeah.
I okay.
Okay, so now it's dark and you can't see anything.
Now we can all see.
Now we
that.
can all see
can't-
him.
yeah,
You
I
see
can't.
us. Yeah.
No, I haven't. Can I use like the minor illusion cantrip to like cast a very like dim source of light?
Yeah, this is more like a fairy fire kind of like that's sort of more.
Yeah, but
the-
just so he can see us, but we're not blinded.
Yeah, but I mean that's sort of the point of something like fairy fire. So this is going to be very weak light. Like it's
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
fine.
it's going to be like when you've got
Nightlight.
like like candlelight
Yeah.
in a super dark room, or I'm even thinking like if you took like a sparkler, like the Halloween fireworky cake.
It's
things
better than
into
nothing.
a
It's
dark
not
room
blinding
and you
us
had
as we're
that.
waking
So,
up,
yeah.
though. All right, so I just don't want to use a spell slot for anything important, so I'm just going to use minor illusion because it's a cantrip. There, that should be a little bit better. So as I was saying, we found the townfolk, but unfortunately they had been murdered by these cultists. we are going to investigate further down to see what the source of things is. It seems like our goals and your goals are aligned.
It does seem that way.
Sure.
I get you're making facial motions at me, but I get the feeling that my character actually probably can't see them in this light.
This is perfect. This is like you're in the club and there's like the lighted floor and that's about all the light. There's maybe like lasers and such.
The thing,
Right.
thing is not only is it incredibly dark, but Drow's skin is entirely black.
Yeah.
So you got two like bright white eyes.
Yeah,
And one keeps blinking on and off. It's a
Not
turn
being-
signal coming?
I'm not being that obvious.
I'm just sort of squinting at you.
All right. Well,
How far into the rest were we?
I'll say what it looks like from what I rolled most of the way through. So you probably like we're gonna get up in fairly soon anyway.
Okay.
It's like we just get our.
Yeah, you
hit
guys
points
can
back.
so
restore your stuff.
just out of quickly, is it full HP now?
I believe it's full HP and full hit dice, but I will check on that.
Just missed it
This is another
entirely.
thing that was
You
changed.
shouldn't need to roll anything.
in
This has
the
been
rules
changed a few
of-
My
times.
fixed
yeah.
stick.
Oh right, your fixed stick.
It recharges 1d6 a day.
A fixed
How
stick.
many charges do you get back?
3.
That's not bad.
Nice. It uses multiple charges though, doesn't it?
You can use as many charges as you want.
Yeah, the reason, as Paul said, the reason we're looking this up is because we were in a reminder from an earlier episode, we were in the playtest for 5th edition, and the way that rests worked, long and short, changed a lot over the course of the
and what stuff
2
you get
years
back.
of playtesting. Yeah, like how long they were, how much you get back, whether you roll for your HP, whether you just get your HP.
My favorite one was, I think in one of the earlier playtests, there was it had like it's like when you do a long rest, you get all your hit dice and all your HP back, and then it's like alternate rule, you also not get any life back and get half your hit dice back. It's like if your DM is a big asshole,
Yeah,
you get nothing back.
you rested for 8 hours for no reason.
So you get back all your hit points and half of your total hit dice.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so I don't think most of us didn't use much hit dice. So at least I didn't.
Hiding. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
That is way better than it used to be.
Well, we're gonna go and try and find out what's going on with this thing.
Cool.
And I
Can I come with
guess if you want to come with us.
Did you come in through the
How did you
big
get in
lava
here?
room?
How did you get in here? Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came through a lava tube that was going from near the peak of the volcano straight down into a room that was full of like bubbly magma and had a platform on the other side. And so you just sort of took a running jump across and landed and were able to sort of roll out of that and then continued on into this room. So just
Wow.
that was basically
Must be nice. We had to climb around that thing.
That's the same way we came in. Lava tube buddies.
Tubular.
Yeah.
They
sweet
see
lava
this
tube,
moment
bro.
and kind of rolls his eyes a little bit.
Lava
eyes.
tube buddies.
Her eyes.
Thok just decided to accept
Chip.
Chip Punchface or whatever. His name's Punch.
Punchman the Third.
Punchman.
The third.
Gerald
And so-
Punchman the Third.
With the traditional greeting from Thok, which is a slightly too hard pat on the back. Thok, happy for new friend.
Thanks.
Who?
Thank you.
Thank you.
On our way back to the lava tube room,
You can meet Turtle Friend.
who you seemed surprised that we didn't know who you, or that Vase didn't know who you are. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Hello.
Is there any chance that any of us would have known?
Like
The-
none of us,
the-
none of us are from around here.
Well, no, but we were in the town, right?
That's true. We went
So
heard
like
of
we might have
Punchman?
heard the name.
yeah, sure. You can definitely make an
There's-
intelligence
there-
check for that.
there's like a statue to Punchman
11.
the First.
11.
Ugh. 8.
This would be what?
Int.
Int? Just a straight int, or
Do you have a skill that might apply particularly to that?
Intimidation.
I have history.
Like this is history. I
Intimidate
would
the
say that
knowledge.
history would probably work. His
Alright,
family
so-
probably has a history.
So 14.
Okay,
better than me.
you guys have definitely maybe heard the name around a little bit. What does your family specialize in? What are they? What like as a merchant family? What are they into? Or not a merchant? Sorry, as a noble family, what are they into? Are they merchants? Are they into
They are merchants. They're bankers.
Okay.
The Punchman and Associates banking franchise. It is a family owned business.
The associates handle the kicking.
Oh, it's not like a credit union or anything.
No,
Is the second Punchman like a brother or something?
No, it is my grandfather
Yeah.
and his father.
Oh wow.
Someday.
No, sorry,
there'll be
sorry.
punchman, punchman, and punchman.
My grandfather and my father.
That's why
is what I
they
meant to
sent him
say.
on this thing. Prove himself for partnership.
And
In a bank?
Yeah, it's like you have to clear out, fight all these monsters, and then you'll be ready to be a banker.
so
This family takes a hands-on approach to dealing with their customers.
This is medieval
it
times.
is
man. You
it
gotta
is
be ready.
possible that I have not shown myself to be particularly effective with money. But considering that profits in this town are down at least 20% as a result of those who've gone missing, I figured that I would take it upon myself to show my family that I am able to take the family business in hand.
I'm a worthwhile
You
son.
made some poor investments over the years.
It sounds that way. Investing in a town right next to a volcano, maybe one of them.
So Chip, do you
The
have
whole
any?
town was your idea.
Do you
It
have
was so
any,
cheap.
Do you have any older brothers, or are you being
land was
groomed to
cheap.
take over the family business?
Let's say that I'm not being groomed to take over the family business. I've sort of been written off as being capable of it at this point.
We could do better, but we could do a lot worse. So
The land was so cheap because the previous place was covered in lava.
I love the idea that it was. I love the idea that it was you who decided to build it down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now they're all like pissed off because people are getting kidnapped.
By the way,
and shit.
there is like a town that's like a Pompeii style town that's right at the base of the mountain.
Yeah, that one was probably mine.
No, that was
That's an old one.
No, yeah, that was a much older one.
Right now.
But you thought it was a good idea
Yeah.
to invest in this property.
After
new
hearing all
property.
this, Veas is wondering if it's worth doing like constant disguise self spells for like a couple of years to try and get this guy's money and then murder him. Oh, my husband had a terrible accident. Goodbye.
So I guess that you two actually ultimately know as much of what he said as you want.
Okay.
I like that, like, famous local noble, ostensibly now founded the town, apparently. And we're, like, vaguely aware, Derg, like folk hero to hundreds. We've never effing heard of.
We're just
Our characters just are unobservant.
we're not from around here.
Yeah.
Like
true.
a folk hero is like it's like, oh man, you know that guy. It's like
Who? The Dirk of the Spade.
it's like being
With a
internet
shovel?
famous,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one here can.
Can relate to that.
Not at
No.
all.
Okay, so you head back out to the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and you can play the didgeridoo again.
Take it
Did
away.
you meet the turtle? Oh man, you got to meet the turtle.
There's a turtle.
The turtle's
Yeah.
sweet.
I like turtles.
Sick beats, bro.
So he's actually sticking the didgeridoo in the lava and playing it, and there's a disturbance in the magma, and a turtle, huge turtle, rises out of the magma.
Whoa, look at the size of that turtle.
Sup, bro?
The second biggest turtle. This is what's his name?
Donovan.
Donovan.
This is Donovan.
Well, that's what we see.
Well,
his
that's
name
what
is.
that's what we've named him.
He hasn't objected, but he
Yeah.
has no way of doing so.
Hey, Donovan, blink twice if you don't like that name. What does Donovan do?
Donovan turns and looks at you, and he puts his flipper up on the platform, and he like stares, and then he blinks,
Uh huh.
and then he blinks again,
Damn it! Wait.
and he blinks again.
Yes. Better boy, Donovan. All right, let's go.
So we get on
I feel
Donovan.
even his blink is probably like
Does it even really count at that point?
Yeah. So who has the best chance at handle animal here?
What's handle animal again?
it's wisdom.
Probably
So
me.
I've got 2.
Oh, I've got...
I've got a 16 wisdom, so plus 3.
I also have a 16 wisdom.
Isn't the 16 plus 2?
No,
The 16 is plus 3.
I have had my wisdom modifier wrong this whole time.
How embarrassing.
Womp womp.
Wow.
So
Scrub lore.
Don't ask me how I have a 16 wisdom. I'm not very smart, but apparently I have knowledge.
You're
of the
wise.
ages.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, you're not bright.
So I'm
but
gonna
you
need
have
to
a lot
redo a
common
bunch
sense.
of. I'm gonna need
Right.
to redo a bunch of wisdom checks.
My least favorite kind of person.
how? Yeah, I like that the monks when you're a monk your AC is wisdom based. Because you're like you don't wear armor.
you know
you don't
where
wear
they're gonna
armor,
hit.
but you have a lot of experience in not being hit by things.
Right.
It's like Sherlock Holmes in the Robert Downey Jr. movies.
Right.
where
Oh, I
you can,
see.
like,
You do,
see
like, the
ahead of
mental- you
time
do the
where
mental
pe-
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when two monks fight each other. They just stare at each other for a little while.
It's like
Oh,
yeah.
so you're gonna win? Okay. All right.
Yeah, so there's no like trained untrained, right? It's just like you can do any skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
So anybody who's got the plus, I guess we can assist, right? To give
Sure.
advantage.
Yep. There's a bunch of you. There's a bunch of big chains and things like that you can. So like one person can hold one side of the bridle and one person can hold the other side of the bridle, and you can work together. He can direct you and sort of like tell you what to do with his amazing +3 bonus to handle animal.
I'm gonna watch for ropers.
Yeah, it seems like an okay plan.
Now that we know what they look
Ropers.
We had a bad experience.
So if you can go ahead and assist.
like. Okay.
So you need
Does that roll as well?
Yeah, you can.
Or does that just happen?
No, you can. You roll, and if you get a 10 or higher, you give him advantage.
No, Paul rolls first.
Well, I already rolled.
Okay. Well, he
Got a
doesn't.
7
But I
and plus
rolled-
2, so that's 9. So I do not help.
I rolled a 22.
Okay, so you are getting Donovan off to a great start.
Doc
I'm
is
so good at
Doc
this.
is giving you some helpful advice that is in no way helpful.
No.
I'm just like
I'm just
eyes
gonna
on
do-
the ceiling.
I'm gonna just do it my way right
Yeah.
now, Thok.
And
But
Thok's
I'm
like,
still
no,
reeling
pull
from you
chain.
mentioning
Pull chain.
ropers.
It looks like a stalactite, but it has like
Sorry, stalactite?
stalactite,
Stalactite.
like a pointy thing on the ceiling
Oh,
of the
okay.
cave.
Okay. Pointy thing on the ceiling.
And it's got like
oh yeah.
like a
I know what that
it's
is.
got like a bunch of basically I want to say very long tongues.
Tentacles.
Yeah, that it like reaches down and wraps around you and then drags you back up to where it has a mouth.
Okay, I'm going to help you look for ropers.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, I need perception checks from both of you.
All right.
Vas will also help, but he will hang out closer to the front of the turtle as opposed to the top of the turtle like last time.
24.
Perception is what?
Very
It's a
perceptive.
wisdom check if you don't have the skill.
I rolled a 9, I guess.
So yeah, you just roll and you add the
Yeah,
The
so
plus.
9.
Okay.
So
9.
Well, no, you rolled a 9.
I rolled a net- I
You rolled
rolled
a
a
6.
Okay.
9 for me.
Okay. So you don't see any ropers, and you don't see any ropers, and you don't see any ropers.
Okay. If I don't see any ropers, I'm pretty confident about it.
Okay.
That said, like ropers are really good at hiding.
I know.
Yeah, because they look just like stalactites.
Yeah.
Except, well, don't they like hang? Don't the tentacles kind of hang down though?
No, they sort of like extrude because you can cut them off and they just grow new ones. Like they sort of extrude them when they need them, and then they presumably just sort of suck back in when they don't.
Oh, okay.
They're horrifying creatures.
Gross.
Gross.
Yeah.
Out
Not as-
nightmares.
Not as bad as the what was the name of that stupid creature in the original Temple of Elemental Evil that was like a living ceiling?
Oh, what was that thing called?
Like we walked into a room and the ceiling fell on us, and it's like, why did the ceiling fall on us? Like, yeah, okay, now the ceiling is trying to eat you, and it's like, what? And this creature, especially the picture in the original like monster manual, looks so effing stupid. It's just a big square. It just looks like a big fabric square. You walk into a room and it goes thump. It's called like the ceiling skulker or something stupid. Too.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So you carry on farther than you made it before.
Good.
Down the river of magma, and you guys can point out where the
That's where we almost died.
Coming up on our left.
As you carry on down the river of magma, you spot on your right a set of giant stone doors. The doors are carved with intricate geometric patterns, carved in strange angles and bizarre half-formed runes. While any sort of landing that once stood in front of them appears to have long since been destroyed or washed away by the magma, a thick skin of hardened lava has formed over the river of fire, creating a 60-foot wide platform in front of the door.
Is this the same kind of like weird runic inscriptions that all the books we can't read are written in, so it's a language nobody recognizes?
No. These ones look slightly stranger. Make an insight roll for me, please.
Oh, insight's my thing.
I can do insight. Or can I?
I can.
It's again wisdom.
So if I have insight, do I like roll with advantage or something?
No, if
no,
you,
you just
plus 3.
add
Oh,
your
plus
proficiency
3.
bonus. Like it's whatever is written next to insight is probably what you have.
I roll
So
16.
I got like a.
Like plus 3 or just my regular bonus?
nice.
I got a
Paul.
level. You get your.
I
You
mean,
get
Thok.
you get plus 3 if you have the skill,
I do.
and then also your wisdom modifier.
Yes.
Okay, so like 14.
Thok
So I did not roll well.
looks at it carefully and then rolls a 22 on his insight.
Okay, so any of you who got a 15 or higher,
Huzzah.
you look at it and you're like, "Oh, I can read this. That is saying something about," and then you're like, "Oh, wait, I can't actually read it. That's weird. Oh, that's really bizarre." But you have this idea of something, like staring up at the night sky, and you've had this idea in your mind of something looking down at you from among the stars. That just like looking at those runes and reading them, you just can't get that out of your head. It's like something.
The river of lava continues down, right? Like this is like along the wall,
Right.
sort of like a T-junction.
It's not a T-junction. It's just like you go along, and then there's this doorway, obviously to your right, with this sort of lava platform that's formed in front of it. But you
Does the lava platform block the? Does the lava platform block the river?
No.
Oh.
No. You could keep on going if you wanted to, or you could get off onto this lava platform.
Night sky.
So
pretty.
Can we, like, I'm a sorcerer. I might have some sort of like magic, like knowledge of like magic, and like, can I like, would I recognize anything like this from anything I would have studied or seen or come across?
So you make a history check for me.
I mean,
Sure.
you actually have like detect magic, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that an actual spell or is it a cantrip?
it is an actual spell.
It's an actual
okay.
spell, so I don't actually have it.
Hmm.
I have Arcana.
Yeah, that works.
Ooh, 20.
Okay. This writing is definitely of a strange kind of magic. It is not inherently like
Magical.
so. Like there's like a glyph of warding, for example. That is a magical rune.
Right.
Okay, that is magic writing. It has an aura and all that. This writing bears a great deal of power. But it is sort of a strange, fractured power, something that seems much more primal than the kind of magic that you practice now.
So it's very old.
It's very old, and even for the time, like as compared to the stuff in the temple that you've seen, which is fairly conventional magic, this seems stranger.
So this is like super like, I guess like ancient like. What do I want to say? Like almost like prehistory kind of writing, like very like old civilizations.
Yeah, there's something very inhuman about this.
Or is it
Interesting.
and is it like magic that has sort of degraded over time, or
No,
Okay.
this might be an idea that's degraded over time, or an idea that hasn't been properly communicated or properly comprehended by whoever inscribed the writing.
freaky deaky?
It's got some sort of your brain is picking up on some sort of semiotics, some sort of like way of interpreting the symbols that is totally unconscious to your actual conscious mind, and that's why some of you are getting this idea of like the night sky and whatnot.
Is the turtle taking us there? Like, does it look like he's going to instinctively slow down and stop?
He is
or-
definitely slowing down here.
Okay.
What are you guys all
The
looking
turtle's slowing. He's chilling out.
But the river keeps going,
The river does keep going.
and wide enough that the turtle could keep going.
Yeah,
But the turtle is not keeping going.
he's slowing down.
He's giving us the option of stopping here.
it's like a bus.
at? Guys,
Yeah.
y'all seem a little spaced out.
We're trying.
What's up?
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's some,
Now, so
that's some pretty cool writing on that door, eh?
Neat.
Huh.
as part of I
I
guess
also don't notice this.
as part of his like background, I guess, one of Thok's Thok spent is like it's like what is it, wanderer or traveler, or like he's spent a long time just sort of traveling around by himself in the wilderness and stuff, probably doing a lot of looking up at the night sky. Is I guess what I'm wondering is like, is there like a specific like constellation or something that's being that's being brought to mind, or is it just the sky in general?
Yes, there is definitely a specific constellation that this is focused on. There is a certain star that is basically the equivalent of Polaris or a constellation that is the equivalent of Polaris that people use to judge their position when they're navigating, and then directly opposite to it is this set of 3 stars that are known as the Dark Trinity, because if you look up at them with a spyglass, you can see that in the middle of them is a dark star that is much, much darker in the night sky than anything around it. It's so dark that you can't see it without the aid of something else, but it sits in the middle of this perfect triangle of stars. And that seems to be what is being evoked by this image.
So you're looking at the door and you can't read it, but you're sort of like,
It reminds me of this.
is this constellation. Even though it doesn't actually say it or there's no picture of it, you see it and you're like, oh, it's this.
Yeah, it is. Our brains have a way of interpreting, like we interpret language and then we turn it into we use that, interpret the symbols that we're reading or hearing and turn that into an experience. This is short-circuiting.
Yeah.
Freaky.
That's really cool.
Okay, I guess I will tell other people that. I don't know what use it is to anybody else.
Is that constellation regarded as good or bad in this world?
It depends on the culture.
In our culture.
The Dark Trinity.
Your culture generally considers it unlucky, but no one knows why.
Creepy door.
Do we want to go in the creepy door?
Or do
The door's currently, it's big double doors, right?
Big double doors.
They're currently closed.
Yeah.
Or do we want to...
Is there a place here that looks like we could summon Donovan again if we wanted to?
You could just stand on this sort of shelf of lava and stick the didgeridoo in
Okay.
and summon him.
Should we stop here?
I
I
figure.
mean, he's already making us stop here. It seems like this is where he wants us to go.
Well,
At least this is one place
He's
where
giving us
people
the
often
option.
go.
All right,
Well,
sure.
we
know
know
what?
we
Why
don't know
don't-
what's further down.
Why don't we
right?
see
Like-
what's further down the river? We can always turn Donovan around and come back.
it takes like 8 hours though. Turning Donovan around is slow.
Is there any? Actually,
It
that's
took
a good
like
point.
3 rounds last
Is there
time.
any indication, like the area, like where we got on to Donovan, there was like chains and hooks and stuff for mounting to Donovan. Is there any indication of similar like stuff that's sort of like been retrofitted into this area?
It looks like this area has been somewhat damaged, and it looks like there may have been a platform like the one that you were on before that used to exist here, but has been completely worn away, and there's definitely some damage to the walls. Make a perception check for me.
A 14.
Okay, you can definitely see there's some traces of, it looks like some of this chain stuff like around this door. Like it looks like this may have been like another turtle station previously.
Turtle power. Turtle station.
It's like, God damn it, guys. When you take the turtle down to the other thing, you got to turn it around and tell it to come back. Otherwise, we're stuck. This station. There's only one turtle. They can't pass each other.
Theoretically, they could actually go over and under one another, but you don't want that happening when someone's riding one.
Yeah,
The one that's going under? Yeah.
I guess the question is we don't know how much farther down.
I kind of want to stop here.
I mean, I feel I'm probably feeling pretty inclined to stop here just because of the feelings that this door is giving me.
Like the door is definitely telling us something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe stopping here and at least like seeing what's through this door,
Yeah.
and then we'll, I guess, evaluate. I mean, the fact that there's a lot of this damage has been done to this area, whereas the previous area was totally fine. It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't know whether the cultists we encountered had figured out the whole didgeridoo thing.
Right.
Probably
Pretty
had.
much assume they did not.
They did not. Yeah.
I mean, let's find out. Let's open this door. Let's see if the door is even unlocked.
Yeah.
All right.
So, we're gonna pull over.
Okay, you pull over. Donovan puts up his flipper on the lava, and it holds. So this lava shelf is at least like a couple of feet thick,
Right.
probably like 3 or 4 feet thick. So it seems pretty stable.
Thok, be a deer. Go see if the door is open.
So you're all getting off the turtle and wandering across?
No, I don't think so. I think some of us.
I'll go with Thok.
I think 2. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So,
Okay.
Okay, so you get off and you start walking across the lava shelf. You get about halfway across, and then you hear this like sound, and suddenly
I don't like that.
this gigantic, like peaked, molten-looking red cone shoots out of the magma next to you, and as it fires out at high speed,
So it shoots out of
the lava next to you.
but of the solid
Right.
lava that we're standing on.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. It shoots out of it, leaving a hole behind it, through which you can see molten lava, and flies into the air, trying to torpedo itself into you. Now, once it's actually emerged, you can see that it has this molten bit at the front, and it's effectively like a long worm made of, again, sort of lava. You can make me a knowledge check on this.
Hey.
Lava worms.
Lava worms, lava turtles. No lava bears yet.
We're gonna be like fight. We got the lava turtles and the lava worms, and then we're gonna be fighting a bunch of other lava stuff, and then we're gonna finally encounter like frost bears. What the hell?
Yeah. It's like.
When this happens, I go and sidle a little closer to Chip. Hard punch.
Holy shit, is that a roper?
So yeah, I have advantage on this check. I'm assuming is why you're asking me to make one.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh. Wow.
10 and 11.
Wow. All right. So my best is 9.
Okay. Your best is you've got a negative on these checks?
I have a -2 to intelligence checks.
Interesting. This
Yeah.
is definitely some sort of elemental.
Okay.
So it fires up, and it is trying to torpedo itself into you.
Into me?
Yeah.
Do I have to like dodge or?
No, it's making an attack roll.
Uh-oh.
It misses.
Thank goodness.
And another one is going to do the same.
How big are these?
They're about 4 feet long.
How diameter wise?
So they're like this big around
Oh, they're very stocky.
So
then.
like
Yeah.
a foot or
I-
so.
and like that long.
Yeah, I guess the thing the main thing I'm curious about is how big holes is it punching in the stuff that we're standing on?
Yeah.
Oh, like this big. So that's an interesting question. We'll get to that.
Okay.
What was your? What were you asking while I was looking up rules?
Oh, I said, holy shit, is that a roper?
No, I don't know what this is. It's an elemental. I know that.
Theus gasps and sidles slightly closer to Chip and goes, "Oh no!"
Chip doesn't notice.
Please. Big strong.
Okay, so this one impacts into you, doing 4 piercing damage and into you,
Okay.
and 6 fire damage.
Ooh.
And the
So that's
two
just
of
10 damage.
yeah.
You have
Wow.
an ash cloak.
Though your
though.
ash cloak will eat up half the fire damage.
So that's
7.
7, right?
But keep track that it absorbed that damage.
Run away!
So, and then the two of them are starting to burrow back down into the lava around you. Now, the lava around you takes a bunch of damage.
That's
and
weird.
The
it
lava
starts,
takes damage?
I
see, yeah.
lava is an interesting kind of fragile thing, and it starts going.
Maybe can we like differentiate between lava and
Magma.
or so lava is the stuff we can stand on,
Yes.
magma we can't. Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
So there is definite structural damage to the lava that you were standing on. Like it is
Whoops.
starting to crack.
Uh-oh.
And the same thing is happening to you. I've got 2 of these things that are going to fly out like the flying fish in Mario.
So there's 4 now?
Yeah, there are 4 total that you have seen. The second one I think will hit you with a 21.
21 is my AC.
Okay. So that will do 4 points of piercing damage and 1 point of fire damage,
Oh.
which your cloak will eat.
So that just eats it all?
Yeah.
So 4?
Yeah. And then I think we should break to go to the next session.
Oh no! What will become of our heroes? Will they be the early birds who get the elemental fireworm, or will they quickly have a sinking feeling as their platform crumbles into the lava? Tune in next time for Temple of the Lava Bears.
I don't get it.